Chinese. So, I'm going to talk about kinesiology. What do you know about kinesiology? Well, some people have been with me, so some, and the rest, you know something? What do you think it's kinesiology? Because every people think different things of kinesiology. Some people tell me that it's because, for example, in South America, when they say kinesiology, they talk about only the bones and the muscles, because there it's and most people think that that's kinesiology, but it's much more than this. It is deeper, because it's an holistic vision of the human body, or the human everything. That's also the body, because it's also the energetic part. For me, it's everything. It's the emotions, the body, also all the soul and everything, because we are not different parts who can be like separated, because everything work together. So what do you feel? What do you eat? How are your bones? How are the memories you have in the parts of your body, because we have emotions in different parts of our body. Depends of the emotion with the chakra. Depends which chakra has to be with this emotion. All the physical parts that has to be with this chakra can be affected with. For example, the third chakra is how you relate with the others, how you can say, stop, this is me, this is you, or you cannot, or you have problems of, sometimes it's that you are too much on the others, you want the others do what you want, so it can be, when it's not in equilibrium, it could be to one side or the other side. It would be too much or not enough. Not enough. This is me, this is you. For example, when we have, for example, these problems of how to maintain, and also how can I do what I want, my projects, to do my projects. We can have problems, for example, in digestion, or if we have problems with communication, we don't communicate well. It doesn't mean that we don't talk. A lot of women, they tell me, no, I talk too much. Yes, maybe, but you talk what you want to talk. You say what you want to say. Yes. And after, and we talk. Yeah. And you told me that the thing that you are telling me, you told to your husband. No, I cannot say to my husband. Okay, so you cannot communicate everything. That's what. And for example, in this case, it's a lot of problems. Sometimes hypothyrosis, hypothyroid. A lot of cases, for example, it's coming from an not so good communication, that we are swallowing the things, not telling it, for example. And if each part, each chakra, talking about chakra would be all one day. We did a course of chakras. Talking every chakra, which situations in life, which organs, which all everything, because everything is related. So in kinesiology, it's an holistic view. It's but what we have in common in kinesiology is we use body to test. We use the muscles, the body, to test what is happening inside. What is inside? Inside, it's a very big thing. No? It's subconscious, for example. Most of all the things that are working, they are working. You are not thinking. You are not thinking, I have to breathe. You are not thinking, now I have to do digestion, so I need which quantity of this, and you don't think of your blood, how the blood pressure, for example. All these things are controlled by the conscious mind, like a kind of computer that controls everything, and it's bigger than the little thing with who is the thing that we call me, no? Or the self, but it's bigger than this, but it's not the conscious part. So when we do kinesiology, we try to communicate with the body, because the body with the muscles are going to tell us where something is not in equilibrium, and that's what we try to do in kinesiology. And what kind of testing we can do? It could be classified maybe in 4 groups. The first is the part more physical, the part which gets manifested in your health. The physics, for example, we can test all the part of the skeleton, the bones. We can test how, and we do it touching, we are going to see later. I try, for example, this muscle. I try if it has all the strength, and I say, touch here. Okay, it's okay. Touch here, and you lose strength. That means that when you touch here, there's something in your body who's saying, okay, something is not in equilibrium here. I have problems. That's why touching me here stress my body, and you can see it because you lose strength in this muscle or other muscles, but because I use it, this one the most, because I can use it 1 hour, 2 hours, and keep with strength. In other muscles, you do 3 tests, and it's we cannot use it more because it has to. So it's tight. So I say, for example, touch here, and you lose strength. It means that something is happening with the jaw. And it's normally that your tension, when you are stressed, the only thing that your body can do, or one of the things, it's like, yeah. Sometimes it's at night. Some people, we can hear it, and that's why some people make this like kind of plastic things to fibula, not because sometimes it does damage and pain and headache because of all the crane pressure and all these things. So if you touch here and you lose strength, means that something's happening here, and we will test if it's more this side or the other side. Normally it's one side more than the other, and we test it and we say, okay, this one it's okay, and here you open your hand, so he's here, and later we test which muscle is the more involved, because we have different muscles. So the test is open your mouth, we check, press, we check, make like if you are like with a chewing gum, and we test to see what, and all is like this, is testing different things. But the interesting things in kinesiology is that it's not only that you have this physical thing and I made a massage and you lose tension, because next month you will come with the same. So the interesting thing is to go deeper and see what is happening inside of you. Why do you do this tension? Why do you have this tension? Why do you have to do this pressure? So we are going to test the part that is the emotional part. For me, it's the more interesting, because I love this part of the human being. And also, if you believe that there are more planets and more life, I believe it. I think surely each planet is different, but here we are on the blue planet. What means that we are on the blue planet? Why we call it the blue planet? The water. And in our body we are mostly water. So we are here in the plant of water, in the body of water, and water is emotions. It's in the water that we keep all the emotions. So maybe in this, for me, in this incarnation here in this planet, we are here to learn about the emotional things of life. So for me, it's the most interesting because for me also it's the most important in my life. When I when in all my life I've been taking care of my emotional life, I became better and better in my physical health because a lot of problems that I had, I couldn't. I went to the doctor. The doctors didn't knew nothing. I went to a lot of things, and when I discovered kinesiology, I like it for this because it was wow. They can see a lot of information inside of me to see what is happening in the emotional, also in the emotional part. No? So with, for example, this tension, we can test if there's some emotion, normally it has, and we can test, for example, the batch flowers. And I put in all our body, it's sensitive for all energies, because everything has a vibration. Every people has vibration, every vitamin, mineral has, every object, every animal has vibrations. And we feel these vibrations. That's why sometimes you feel fine with somebody, even if you don't talk with him or her, but you feel something. And with other people, you feel like something strange, but you never talk. And sometimes you don't know why, but your body is giving you I met people who are very sensitive, who told me, for example, that they don't need to talk. I know a woman who is the director of a hospital, and she never read
report?
When curriculum vitae, curriculum.
Yeah.
No, she feels person, and she said, I have been, I don't know how many years working on this. I've never made a mistake, because some people say, so when once you know, you believe you're sensitive, you can feel all these things because your body is going to tell you, okay, that's good for you, this food is good for you, this not, this place to work it's good for you or not. And we have different energy, and we need to be in different places and with different people. Not everyone is for everyone. And your body tell. And it's the same with this. If, for example, your body in relation something that we test needs something, for example, one of the tests is making pressure here, and we test the cervical disc. It's like in English, cervical disc. Okay. And we can test, and for example, you have problem in your cervical disc, you lose strength, and we can ask the body if something here, I will not use everything because I know what things are related to it, so I will try maybe 3 things that can help your body with this, and if with one of them your body feel that it's good for him, he will say, okay, it makes me be strong. Yeah, so that's why we can know, okay, this is good for you. So we can test the same with the emotions. We have 38 batch flowers, and there's more than the batch system. We have more systems. We have now we are going to take the Atlantic flowers too. That's the Atlantic flowers is the flowers of the Canary Islands. They are made of the flowers from this place, because each place has its plants and its flowers. We are going to incorporate it.
Where do they make them? Where do they make them?
Where do they meet? What do you mean?
Where do they make them?
In Gran Canaria.
En Gran Canaria,
sí.
se encuentran
La destilación y todo lo hacen allí.
Creo que sí.
¿Cómo se llamaba esta mujer? El nombre sí.
Tú lo tendrás en los
Sí,
apuntes.
es que Almudena imparte el curso de Flores de la Atlántida, entonces yo lo hice con ella. Y las flores de la Atlántida son 20. Yo las testo, las testa así y yo testo con un péndulo. Pero sí que salen también ser diferente testaje.
Yes, we have also in South America all the shamanic flowers.
Sí.
There's from Germany. It's a guy he's got different collection. One is animals, another one is all the crop circles. Also with the energy of the crop circles. It's working with vibrations, with different energy that we have in the planet that can help us with all the emotion. And we can test. So when we test one flower for you, and your body is telling you, okay, of this 38, I need this one. It's not only that you are going to take it and it's good for you, because your body is telling, but also it gives you information of what to be more conscious in your life. For example, if there's a flower who's telling you you don't know how to put limits to other persons, it's not only I'm going to take the flower, it's also that you should take more care of your limits. And the next time that you are, I don't know, in one situation in which something inside of you is telling you, I don't want to do this, but you smile, you say, okay, I will do it. You will know that you are not doing a favor to your body, because there's a contradiction. And one of the problems in which we lose energy, it's having contradiction. Not only in this, but in how much situations we think something, we say another thing, we feel another thing, and we do another one. So we have inside war. If we have war inside, if one part of us telling something, another part it's a fear saying, no, don't do it, it will not be good. Another part, and after you do another different things. Maybe it's only two contradictions, but but it's when you all the thing, what you think, what you say, what you feel, and what you do is the same. It's like superhero. You will achieve what you want, because all your energy going to the same place. But sometimes part of our energy is here, another part is with our family who's telling them, don't do this, and another part is, I cannot because I feel shame. With this part, no, because I feel guilty. But we have also so much program inside, because we have the program of our parents, with all the program they took from grandfathers and and the historic things that we have in the countries we have won. Also, we have the programmation of the school, the religions. Every group is telling us, you have to be like this, you have to do this, that. And where is the place to feel who you are and who you want? Because that's inside of you. Most of the time, you don't take place for yourself, because after all these maybe 6-7 years of education, all these outside voices become inside voices, and it's like you telling you can do this, or feeling guiltiness and all these things, because we have all these voices inside, and we think they are us. They are. We have inside like an inner child, who wants to discover life, who wants to enjoy, who wants to do things. And what's happened for me and for much more people nowadays, that when you inside we are fighting, ourselves are fighting too, our parts are fighting too, because it's our body. It's like a society. It's a society of cells. Yeah, and each cells have also, it's like a little being too. So if there are different energies in your body, it will be fighting, and we lose a lot of energy. When you feel good, when you feel happy, when you feel with you want to do something, you have all these hopes, and you are doing the things to achieve them, you feel good and it's good. But when something is, I don't know, oh, if I do this, these people, I will hurt this. And that's why I say it's not only to test the flower and taking the flower, it's also to think about, okay, what telling my body with this pressure, what telling my body with this pain, what telling my body with this illness, each one. Because for me, normally when we have problems of health, we say, oh, it's like, I don't want this, and of course, because no, we prefer to be healthy. But we can use this information to say, okay, my body is trying to tell me something. Okay, I will hear it, because it will help. It will help more than if I say, okay, because we use normally the word fight. I fight with my, I don't know, my heart. We fight with my problems. But it's not a fight because it's a part of you. You cannot fight a part of you. Maybe it's better to try to hear what it's trying to tell me. Sometimes I have problems here and in the knees. Sometimes it's because you have fears. The Chinese, they have been...
I have a problem with my knees as well.
Okay.
Very strong.
And you could see you have fears, for example? It's in your consciousness?
Definitely there is. Definitely there is. I'm very strong, and I went through a lot through my life, but I'm going through changes. So lots of uncertainty of not knowing. But my knees had a lot of bangs in the past, but now they're like amplified.
It's normal, and it's not something that we should say, oh, I don't want to have fears. No, it's normal. I don't know. Maybe it's a moment in my life. I don't know where to go, and we have fear of the new. It's normal. Okay, I will try to put attention on these fears and try to talk with my inner child. Okay, I will take care of you. We know how to do in life. We have a lot of strength. We have a lot of power. We will use it. But if you try to put your fears behind the carpet, and all the things we used to do behind the carpet, there's a lot of things. You say, okay, I don't want to see this part of me. Okay. And this part of you don't want to see come in form of pains and problems of health, because your body wants to tell you that's not okay. So for me, when we have health problems, it's our body telling us some information to become a person with more, I don't know, with more power, with more. It's like you have a seed inside. It's like, okay, it's like giving energy to the seed. Know how to do. You don't have to talk to a tree and telling him how he has to grow. But so there's something inside of you. You have any girl, any child who knows what to be, in all the things, in how, what kind of work I would like, what kind of people I would like to be with, what kind of place I would like to live. I don't know what kind of in which I would like to spend my time. But most of the time we are doing things that we don't like, and we don't have time to do the things we would like, and all these kind of things. No? Problems also with relations, problems with a lot of things in our life. So for me, all this is not kinesiology is not only health; it's personal growing, but of course it will improve your health. But it's not only improving your health. It's okay. I will improve my health, but I want to know what my body wants to tell me. So we talked about the physical part, it's on the jaw, all the bones. If they are not in place, we can test it, and we can also test which directions they want to be moved. But it's not to force to move like some physiotherapists. It's more than giving. It's with breathing, and it's to tell to the body, okay, this is the place you have to go, and helping the body, and the body in 2-3 days he do the change, because you tell him where to. Okay, you're not in place. You have to go there, and after you will change. It's not because I don't like this. I prefer more gentle. It depends. All people prefer this. It's okay. For me, it's like this. And you can do with different parts. So this physical part, the emotional part, we can use the bats, flowers, or other systems, and also we can use phrases like testing, for example. It's with some people, because each session of kinesiology is different with every people, because at the beginning I write what is your health, your problems, what do you like to improve, and other things. Independent of this, I will do some tests on others. And when we did all the basics, if people come more times, we can do this kind of works. For example, testing phrases. It's like you put your hand in thymus. It's called thymus, okay? And the gland thymus, okay. And normally it has strength. Sometimes only touching, you have no strength, and we have to see what's happening. But if you have strength, sometimes only thinking about a situation in your life, you can lose strength, and we can know that this thing affects your body more than other. You think one, no. No. This one, yes. Okay. So for your body, for your system, this is important. We have to work on this part. And for example, phrases. This, for example, it has to be with sometimes with relations, with the relation with the money, with the relation with your health, and we test phrase. For example, with prosperity, we can test. Is correct to have money and want to have more money, and some people say this and lose strength. Why? Because there's a program of is not good to be rich. Why? I don't know. For example, sometimes in religions they told us. I've been all my life studying when I was a child in religion schools, and I heard like it's easy that a camel pass through the nail, that rich people come to hell. So in the unconscious mind, you have this kind of message. Maybe you didn't thought about it, but you have it. So some people I tested since why I have problems with money. Because I try to do it well and all things. And for example, if you test and you say one of these phrases is you lose your strength with this, it means that inside something is making the circuits, it is doing something is not okay, because sometimes we say okay, it's not good. So or for example, if you inside of you feel guilty for something maybe you did in the past and you don't remember and you never thought about it, but you feel guilty, maybe you feel that you don't how is the word? Merecer? Deserve, yeah, you don't deserve, thank you. You don't deserve I don't know, anything to be to have a success. Partner, to have success, to have. If inside of you feel you don't deserve it, we have to work on this too, because all this affects your reality, because it will affect your decisions. Because sometimes we are all the time taking decisions. I do this, I do not. I eat this, I don't know. I go there, I don't. And for me, the one question in life, it's also, we have the liberty to choose or not. We call free will. No? It's the eternal question. We have free will or not? For me, it's not an easy question, but now I think that the question is more that this decision, it comes from love or from fear? Because you can affront a problem and you can just say, okay, I will do it. The love, for me, it's two different energies. Love put the things together, and the fear, it's like a magnet. No? You change the polarity, you can attract, or you can. Yeah, I have fear to this new work. I will do one maybe inconscious thing to not have this work. Oh, I have fear to have a relation with a person. Inside of me something will happen, and later you will explain this at the way that you think this, but you're thinking with this little thing, but you don't know what happened inside of you because it's the inconscient. So for me, that's a question. It's not only a health question. It's be more and more yourself and have the decision for integrity and from love. That's for me. So we have structure, emotion. We have nutrition too. That's what I said. If your body thinks that it needs something like, for example, typical in the stomach, the intestinal flour. Good. If it's not correct, we have gas, we have all these flutters and all these problems. We don't feel okay. A lot of natural things for different things. For example, to clean different parts of our body, liver, for example, or kidneys, or we have plants, mixture of plants. I don't know. Rhodiola, for example, is good for the emotional when we are too stressed. A lot of people, when the body is saying, okay, that could be good for me this time. So we test different things for different problems. No? So it's not only that, okay, the problem comes from this, but we say we can see the emotional problem if there is, and also how to help, not only the change in the emotional, but also this. Because, for example, if we need if our body don't have B12, for example, sometimes you don't take meat, you only take vegetables, for example, you're vegetarian, and sometimes people don't have the B12. And for example, if you don't have B12, it's like a feeling of lower energy, and feeling also emotionally you feel low. And sometimes only to take B12 and your body changes, because we have all these chemics inside. It's really important. We are chemics. We are energy, we are chemics, we are emotions, we are thoughts, we are a lot of things together, and everything has to be with everything. We cannot separate. So we have all this. For example, this for thyroid, it's an alga, alga.
Seaweed.
Algae.
Seaweed.
Okay. Or seaweed, yes. Seaweed, whereas it has a lot of iod, and it helps. But all this thing is testing, because I can think that it would be good for you, one of these things, but if your body don't change, don't tell me, okay, that's good for me, I will not recommend to take it, because your body don't tell it's good for you. So it's all the time, it's not like, I think this could be for you. No, I ask your body. If your body say yes, okay, it's good for you. It's not. If not, we don't know. And the other account, the fourth, it's the electromagnetic. We are also have electromagnetic energy. in the Chinese medicine, they have been working with this a lot of years. I don't know how many, a lot of years before Christ. And they use the acupuncture to change it. I don't use nails, but I test sometimes when it's needed. I test the points and sometimes. And you don't need to put the nails, but only with, for example, tapping. It's like a lot of people use this tapping in the head, because here we have also the beginning and the end of meridians of acupuncture. So that's really important in the face. We have really important points. And one of the technique in kinesiology is to take off the pain when it's a pain residual. I don't know in English, residual. It's no,
residual is like
it's like the pain is
leftover.
I don't know.
From past.
It's like if you see the pain like an alarm that's telling you there's something, because if you have pain in one leg, it's good to have this pain, because if not, maybe you hurt more your leg. But you have this pain, so you put your weight in the other. But sometimes there's your leg, it's good now, but you have this pain. I call this residual pain.
Yeah,
it means
so
that
it's like leftover stuff.
Yes, it's like the alarm. It's keeping sounding, but there's not so much wrong. Yeah. So in this case, we can try, and a lot of people with only testing which point you can take off this pain, and so it's normally in physical parts, in articulation, and knees, and all those things. But for example, I don't do it with people who do a lot of sports. And okay, I don't take off this pain, because it will hurt more sometimes. Because some people, if they don't have pain, they want to do all these hours doing a lot of sports, and it will not be good. But we can. I did it to take off pain with these techniques, because it's the energetic part. It's all. We have all this like kind of electric system, and nowadays we have all these gadgets in which we can see where are the points, because it's called searching points in Spanish, buscapuntos, and it make like beep, 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 oh. It's like when the geyser. Yeah. It's the same. So now science, they have proofs to say, because I don't know, a lot of years ago they say, okay, these Chinese, they are crazy. They think about these points, but it's not. Yeah, they have been using this system. I don't know how many years. If it doesn't work, it would be loose on time, like everything. So, and the Indian, also a Ayurvedic system, they also have all these chakras and the nadis, and it's really important. So in kinesiology, we use also this, but testing it, because it's not that we are shamans and we see the colors and the energies, but we can test it. Sometimes you see strange things also, and you feel strange things, and the magic comes, and sometimes, yeah. When it has to. And the more you open, the more you believe in these things, the more you can see strange things, but that works. Yeah, it's like sometimes I'm testing the batch flowers, one of the flower makes like this, and I say, judge, and I say, okay, is it, and is this? Okay, like, okay, thank you. It's the same when you take a card, sometimes in these cards, this is the card that I needed today. No? It's the information that I needed, because for me, life is magic. Everything is magic. I don't know if it was John Lennon, maybe, who said it's only two ways of seeing life. Like there's no magic, or everything is magic. There's no inside. No? In the middle, there's nothing. If you believe in magic, everything is magic. like a child. So I think there's magic in life, and life is magic. So, but we lose it because this is more a feeling. It's more the feminine energy that we have been losing all these years because we have all this masculine direction.
Intuition.
Yeah, intuition. Yeah, that's important to the humanity have to reconnect with intuition. I think because it tells you what's good for you, what's good for humanity, what's good because all the animals they use it and normally they don't have problems. We are the problems of the animals. We make them problems. So we have these four camps: no? The structure, the nutrition, emotion, and electromagnetic meridians, and also chakras. And also when the body tells this chakra is not in equilibrium, it's not only to put equilibrium there, but also what means this chakra is out of equilibrium. This and this and this communication, or being the ground, the first chakra to be connected with nature. So when you know which chakra is not in equilibrium, because the body tells you, there's a lot of things you can do to recover this equilibrium. For example, first chakra, go to nature, go to the beach, don't have the shoes, try to go without shoes to receive all this energy from the earth. It's really important. We don't science don't think it's important. That's why we have also always everything covered with something isolates us from earth, because we don't like the dust, and we don't want to touch the. But it's a lot of things that you can do with every chakra that has to do with the different dimension of your life, because the human body have a lot of dimensions, no? From the non-manifested to the manifested. Yeah. You have the connection with the more, for example, the spirit. Also, the mind, it's not manifested, it's a thinking. After we manifested with the vibration of our voice when we talk, we feel it, and we can do it with our hands and with our movements and with the all these physical things we are going to do with the body. For example, you say, I would like to live in Lanzarote. You live in England and say, okay, I would like to feel first. Sometimes first it's something that this information came, somebody tell you, it's good weather here, okay. You have this information here, okay, maybe I could live in Lanzarote, maybe it's good for me. You try to. Also, the thinking, it's with the words, because the humans, we use words to think. So that's why we have to be aware of our talking, because it will influence our thinking. So all this, and after this you feel it. Oh, living in Lanzarote. You feel all this good sensation. Why not? And after this, you buy a ticket to Lanzarote, and you make your package, and you go to the plane, and you go to Lanzarote. It's all this process. So we have all those dimensions, from the non-manifested to the manifested. And sometimes in one of these parts, we cannot. Okay, I would like, I feel it, but no, I can do it because I feel guilty. I cannot lose all these things and my family. I don't know. So
Been there.
you know what we are talking about. Yes, these kind of things in our life. That's why I'm telling a lot that kinesiology is not. Oh, I have a pain here. Give me a pill. No, that's not. For that we have other systems, but a lot of people telling me that the other systems, they are not working for them, and they come to me. That's why kinesiology exists, because if it was not needed, it doesn't. And it was invented in the 70s, more or less, and it was Dr. Goodhart, was in the States, and it was he used to work only in the bones and the muscles, and chiropractic. He was chiropractic medicine, but he was open to more things, and he started to see all the connection with the muscles, the bones, with other things, with emotional things, and he was all day working a lot of hours with other people, and he was seeing how a coincidence when suddenly, for example, I put some black here, and the people say the black, he loses strength, but these people not. Why? And discover, for example, if you see a black and you lose, it's for stress. Your body is really stressed, for example. No? And it was a lot of, most of things, it was casualties. That some casualties